Hi, my name is Jersey Wadrick, and I will be doing my business skills assignment over Walmart, company Walmart. Here is my notes that I'm going to be looking over, and let's get started. I actually used to work at Walmart. I was a maintenance worker there, but their interpersonal communication skills that they require are pretty much crazy compared to everywhere else. It seems like at Walmart you'll be around more people than pretty much anywhere else. When I first got hired there, the training we had to go over a bunch of stuff on the computer just to realize what kind of situations we'd be getting in and how to deal with them. And I actually noticed a lot of correlation over the stuff that we've been going through. And one of them was listen to comprehend. When a customer comes up and asks you a question, you kind of you got to sympathize with them. You got to know their conflict so you can try to establish a link to it and then try to help them through their problem. And you got to try to just work it out without it escalating into something bigger than it should be. You got to show passion for the person. You got to be compassionate towards them. You can't just shut them down right away and tell them what they need to do and what's wrong, because most people don't like to think that they're wrong. So you got to try to sympathize with them a little bit and get them to get your angle and try to convince them the right way without getting them upset. You have to understand competence. The conversation has to be appropriate. You can't just go at them level-headed and tell them the way it has to be. It's got to be appropriate for the situation. If they're looking for something and they're having problems finding it, you just got to help them out. You got to lead them in the right direction. You can't just say, oh, it's over there. You got to take them there and show them exactly where it's at. Realizing conflict was a very big part of it, because conflict was the last thing I wanted an employee to have with a customer. They wanted you to have a quick reaction to whatever the customer's coming at you with. If they're upset, you have to instantly be able to realize that and then show compassion towards them. And you just got to know both sides of the story. Like, you might have your thoughts on whatever the problem is, if they think the price is wrong or something. But if it escalates, some of the precautions were in training was to just get somebody higher up than you, get a manager or something. That way, even if you're right, if they hear from somebody that's higher up, that would basically make them realize, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. This is the right answer. It'll de-escalate the situation dramatically. One thing I would change about Walmart is their job description. They said they were going to hire me as maintenance, but I ended up just cleaning bathrooms all day. I thought I was going to have to be fixing problems throughout the store, but that didn't seem to be the problem. It was just cleaning bathrooms all day, dealing with people's problems. Employee rewards, it was actually pretty neat. If you stayed there a while, which I had no intentions on staying there for a while, it was just short term, you could actually get stock in the Walmart name, and you could get a bunch of shares in their stock. Or you could, if you are employee of the month and everything, you could get certain rewards for doing that. Or if somebody calls in and said he did a good job, you could get a little sticker or something. Advancement wise, you basically could just keep going. You'd have to work for so long, and then you could be able to work your way up through the company. But it's more like a timely thing. You could be the best worker in the world, but if you haven't worked there for so long, they're not going to let you move up. I had to work, I think it was 8 months before I could move positions, because I didn't really want to be maintenance anymore. For interpersonal communication, you just basically have to be able to do it all. You got to be able to realize conflict. You got to be able to converse with them in an appropriate manner. You can't just start yelling at them. And pretty much no matter what the customer thinks, you always have to come at it level-headed. You can't just shut them down instantly. That's probably the biggest problem, because then that just escalates it even more. And you got to be able to manage and prevent emotions too. If somebody is getting you upset, you have to be able to compose yourself without escalating the situation even further. And then if it does escalate, all you have to do is just go to somebody higher up than you, and they'll be able to solve the problem. And it's you kind of wipe your hands from it. But usually when I worked there, I'd get some pretty angry people at me, but I would just calm them down and explain to them the situation and what is probably going to happen. If they do go find somebody else, what's going to happen when they talk to that person? It's probably going to be this way. And then they just calm down and they're like, okay, that's it. But overall, I'd say Walmart is very reliant on their personal communication skills for their employees, because there's hundreds of thousands of people that go through there, and you got to be able to deal with situations and keep pretty much everybody calm. You can't, if you lack one thing in communication, that could be the difference between the customer coming back or a big fight happening, or at the very most you get fired. But I found working there actually improved my communication skills, because I had to talk to a lot of people with a lot of situations, and each one's different. You can't use the same thing for every conversation, because every single one is a different description of what it is. So yeah, that's my business assignment. Thanks for watching.